Welcome back to 64 Bourbons Under $100, where we're on the quest to find the best bourbon under $100.
What you're getting ready to watch is a compilation of the $50 to $75 category, episodes 1 through 4.
If you want to catch these daily, you can watch them on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok.
Let's get into it. So let's get into A. Nutty.
Definitely, yeah, some dark barrel flavors, rich. A little bit of orange, like an orange oil, orange peel oil.
And also a little berries. It is really nice.
Makes my mouth water.
Yeah, let's taste it. Yeah, that's a good way to start off this round, this whatever you call it.
Whatever you call
this
it.
thing we're in that we're doing with the video.
Yeah, I mean, I know I say this all the time, but I like in this one how that syrupy brown sugar, like that coats your mouth, is balanced with those oak flavors, a little bit of spice, a little bit of that like orange zest.
Yeah, it's got some heat too, or perception of proof, I should say.
A little bit oily, really coats your mouth.
It does, yeah.
And it lingers. The finish, you know, it goes on for a bit with that oak sticking around. I like it.
Pretty classic.
Let's try B.
Where'd the nose go?
All I can get is just a little bit of a floral note.
It smells like it's gonna be nice and easy, maybe approachable. I don't know.
Floral, lemon cake. Yeah, very light and easy. And that translates through to the palate.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's very approachable. I think it has a bit of a disadvantage going against A first. A is so powerful.
I was getting ready to say that. More fruity notes. It's also on the finish. It does show some of the barrel, which I'm liking. I mean, it's tasting lower proof.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
I do think it's complex. Like, I get some, definitely those floral, like honeysuckle notes. We've got berries, we've got fruit, we've got floral. It's got a little bit of that barrel influence. I think it's nice and complex. And I don't think that it's a bad proof. You know, I can still feel everything settling here. But I don't know. I got to go back to A because it's going to be hard to beat. Ugh, I don't know. It smells like home. I don't know. It's like ding against A would be, I think, on the finish. In those oaky notes, it goes a little bit bitter.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the finish as much on A after having B on the palate.
I agree. I don't think that that's still enough to dethrone A.
To dethrone it.
In this one. Although I really do respect and appreciate B.
It's holding up.
It really does.
Yeah. But I gotta vote A.
I'm gonna vote A as well.
Okay. We voted for and advancing is Knob Creek Single Barrel. And it bested Kentucky Peerless Small Batch. Yeah.
I thought that was a nice matchup.
I feel like Kentucky Peerless put up a good fight.
I agree.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, drink more bourbon.
These are blind to us. 2 samples randomly matched according to your votes. And this is A.
Fruity bananas. Banana ruts.
Okay, this smells pretty obvious when it comes to distillery.
Brown Foreman, Old Forester.
Should I say it? Yeah, I like those dark barrel sugar notes with that fruity, syrupy barrel or berry banana orange. I like it.
Banana.
Smells like a deconstructed old fashioned.
And you know what? It tastes like bananas.
I don't think it tastes overly banana. I think it has like a little bit of a banana bread note going, but I think you still get a lot of the oak presence
Yeah,
too.
I can almost taste the walnuts in that banana bread.
Orange, a little bit of brown sugar. It's nice.
And here's B. So that is a cinnamon roll topping. That is the icing.
Cream cheese icing?
Cream cheese icing on top of a cinnamon roll right there.
Okay, so it does have that like yeasty, doughy smell of like freshly baked cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
With the frosting. Okay, I'll give you this one, Chad.
Oh, and that kind of carries through on the palate a little bit. Man, I do get that frosting.
It's a touch sharp on the palate, especially towards the finish. It gets a little, I feel like it's evaporating quickly off my tongue. And I'm missing those dark sugar barrely notes from A.
You do miss sort of the darkness, and okay, second sip, I am starting to get that building heat on the tongue there, but I do think you do get some of the sweetness. It's not overly sweet. It just doesn't go particularly dark, but I'm liking this finish.
Like it leaves my tongue feeling like
Britney Spears in the 2000s.
Oh no, I regret everything.
Baby,
oh God.
don't you wanna
what in my life has
drink
led
up
me
on me
to here?
I'm gonna go back to A. Yeah, banana-ish.
Don't get a lot of banana.
Well,
I get a little bit of it. I like B. It's just that it's alcohol vapors in my mouth on the finish. Experience-wise, I'm gonna go with A. If you differentiate from me, Chad, it'll just be fine. What say you? It sounded like A.
I think he's trying to say something. All right, I am much more torn than Sarah is on this one. I'm split, so I'm just gonna go with the team here instead of diverting, and I'm also gonna go with A.
All right, well, so what's advancing for us is Old Forester 1920. against Noah's Mill.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
geez.
You know what? I didn't taste the typical, like what I normally get with Willet products, which was like a lot of cherry, a lot of herbal, licorice, anise, fennel.
Not to try to explain why we pick something after we know what it is, but that Noah's Mill is a little older bottle. We weren't able to buy brand new bottles of everything because we're not made of money.
That would be really expensive.
Yes, I think we figured up like over $3,000 if we were gonna do that.
Maybe
so,
why it's closer.
Yeah, this is a older bottle of Noah's Mill. I don't think it's like that old, but I am surprised because normally I freaking love 1920 and
I loved it.
I don't get so much bananas on 1920 normally, but it really presented to me. All that to say.
Hey, that's what we're moving forward with. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, drink more bourbon. It's my show now.
Well, before we go any further into this, we want to pause and tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get the t-shirt that I'm wearing, hat, all the Glencairns that we're drinking from, our water glasses. We also have Copitas and rocks glasses, bottle cut candles, and so much more coming soon, always at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. That is where we release our exclusive barrel picks, some discounts on that merch depending on your tier, after the episode exclusives and more.
And we'll be right back. Okay, a little different from what we've been having so far in this bracket.
Oh, this is kind of fun. I get pistachios and a little bit of lemon.
Yeah, but
and
also
other things that make me feel fancy. I don't know.
But also there's some barrel underneath there, I feel like, too.
Yeah, a little bit of honey.
Huh, different. Yeah, honey for sure.
And yet familiar. Yeah,
Yeah.
honey, lemon. Again, I think like pistachio cake with like a light frosting, a little bit of floral. I'm happy. Not a super long finish, but
No,
I think it's pleasant.
I need a second sip.
There's caramel. It's in the background.
Yeah, there's a little more earthiness on the second sip, I feel like.
Yeah, I see that.
Tea note, lemon, tea.
Yeah, I think there's
pretty.
a lot to dig into on this one.
Yeah, this is B.
Oh, see, but...
More classic
Yep.
on this one. Dark. This one's got the barrel.
Super
more
dark.
Up front, and stone fruits.
Yeah, stone fruit, chocolate, caramel,
I
a little
like.
bit of a coffee note. Oh, I like.
Whoa, oddly espresso.
Yeah, I think a little bit of that coffee espresso bean.
And I wasn't getting that on the nose. That's why I said oddly. A little stout beer.
It has a little bit of maltiness going on,
Yeah, some maltiness.
You could fool me and tell me that this had some sort of a secondary oak component. I mean, not fool me, because I tend to get like a little
Can't
bit
fool you.
of a French vanilla and coffee note whenever that happens.
Yeah.
And that's what I get on this one.
We did allow double oak into these brackets. No secondary finishing as far as, a wine
Imparting
or
any-
rum or blah, blah, blah. As long as it's a, virgin toasted barrel or charred barrel. If I had to wager a guess, at least that's the flavors I'm
The
picking up.
flavors are saying that it is. Let's see how that makes us feel about A. I mean, I still feel the same way.
Same. I'm liking the brightness, though, versus B. Here on A.
I do.
Do you like that?
I would drink both of these. Like,
For-
I would
for
order
different
both of these at a bar
reasons.
for different reasons. It's basically like spring or winter, summer or fall. What's your season? I'm a fall girl. I like fall and winter because I like long sleeves and
I'm a fall
layers
guy.
and boots
Just like the TV show.
and scarves.
Holler at me if you know what I'm saying. All right, B again.
Dark chocolate, coffee, French vanilla. Those notes make me so happy, but I like A a lot. What would I order another pour of right now? I would go with B.
A.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're being split again.
Another split.
Okay. For you, Sarah, advancing is Old Forester 1910.
That makes sense. And that makes sense as to why you wouldn't pick it. So you
Yeah.
picked.
New Riff single barrel.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was very good.
It's that coffee note, right?
He-
Completely, first thing I said, espresso.
He did. He doesn't like coffee, so
I don't.
there's that.
There is that.
Well, this
All
will
right.
be interesting in the next round. I guess we'll find out how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Until then, drink more bourbon.
Yummy.
Fruity?
Fruity, candy, caramels, chocolate. It smells like a candy shop. Oh, geez. I think it's got some subtle hints of oak, a little bit of vanilla. It's nice.
Yeah, it's bright. I like that.
Less of those candy shop caramels, chocolates, fruity. And there's some of that.
This one's gonna need a second sip. I'm getting sort of some brighter flavors here. I'm liking that about it. It does have some nice sugary sweetness, a little bit of a lemon note in there. Yeah, pretty solid. And now on to B. This
A little bit more classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the classic notes in there.
I'm having a tough time pinning down any one note. I mean, I get a little bit of spice.
I mean, it's a little bit more comparative to a barrel notes. That's a sort of like chocolate and some syrupy honey.
Little bit of
type
baking
notes,
spice.
Baking spice, yeah. Not super viscous.
It's not, but I like the flavors all around.
Yeah, me too.
It's giving nice solid proof. I'm getting balance between that spice, a little bit of caramel, barrel. I like that.
Vanilla.
Finish goes on for a little bit.
It
Hangs
does.
around.
Yeah, I feel like this, perception-wise anyway, is higher proof than A.
I would agree.
Back to A.
Okay, this time around,
Brighter.
I'm getting more of that, that what you were talking about. Brighter, lemon, a little bit of fruit. Again, with the candies, the chocolatey caramels. It's nice. It's easy. It hits a lot of really great notes. And I really like the finish on B.
Yeah. Yeah, A is just a different ballpark than B. It's good in its own right.
It's light, it's sweet.
Yeah, B to me is coming off just more overall classic.
It's got a little bit of boom pow.
It does have the boom pow. I do really feel like it's higher proof.
Which doesn't always matter.
No, it doesn't, but
today.
this one is bringing more of the classic caramel vanillas, a little bit more barrel characteristic. I think that might have to do with the proof being higher, if it is. A little bit of that honey tea.
For me, it's coming down to the finish. Like,
Yeah.
I like the flavors on both of them, but B is bringing the proof, heat, perception. It's just bringing like that spice and that balance and those oaky flavors. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to B here.
I'm going to give it to B as well.
All right.
We have picked Wild Turkey Rare Breed
Okay.
against Pursuit United.
All right.
This is the 7cc batch.
Yeah, that is a tough seeding matchup. This is the 1 versus 16 seed.
Oh, wow. I really
And-
thought it would be I would be like immediately.
Right. No, Pursuit United held its own against the Rare Breed champ because that's one that, we put in our blind best of the year contention as like a sort of a benchmark pour.
Right. Rare Breed's generally like a shoe-in.
I'm happy. You guys, how Pursuit United
Right?
did up against the Rare Breed
Like
here.
the flavors were really nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you guys in the next one. Until then, drink more bourbon.